trombone players and musicians want to know the answers to burning questions. Top trombone players, even me, are here with Paul the Trombonist Nowell to answer your burning questions.
I forget what show it was at the Bowl, and you had this most beautiful ballad you were playing, and your slide vibrato. I was really curious what maybe advice you have on slide vibrato. I really was taken back by the way you played it. It was beautiful.
Do you remember what the group was or what the solo was?
Oh man, when was this?
I had to play Bolero last summer.
It was on a jazz. It was a jazz thing.
Jazz thing. Okay, was it like one of those Canton concerts or something, or was it with Gordon's band, Gordon Goodwin's Big Fat Band, or?
You know, I think Dave Koz was on the hit.
Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. I can't remember the solo, but yeah, you know, was it? Did I play it more like a Tommy Dorsey, Dick Nash type of thing?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's interesting because me being a young bebopper, I was never into playing with slide vibrato. Never.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my heroes were Frank and Carl, and they didn't use that what I felt was corny vibrato. And then when I started to play with Les Brown's Band of the Renown, I was playing second trombone to Jack Redman, and I had to kind of match his slide vibrato on trombone solos. The three of us would stand up, and he'd have the melody, and the other two guys would have the harmony, and we'd play these solos, and I had to match them. And so that's when I started really, okay, I got to learn how to do this, because this is not something I'm used to. I've never done it before, and I was in my early 20s. And so then I just got more comfortable listening to different players, and I think the key one was Dick Nash, who was the top trombone player here in Los Angeles for 50 years or more. And he was such a great all-around trombone player, but man, he could play a ballad like nobody. And I'm sure there's other people, Irby Green was the top dog in New York, and there's other players. Bob McChesney does it very well. Different players do it, but playing in Los Angeles, you have to be able to play all styles and all eras of the music, and so I really had to learn. So I listened to Dick Nash a lot, to tell you the truth, and try to figure out how he played, because that sounded, it had a full tone, beautiful center tone, and the right stylistic kind of vibrato that I was hearing, and so I tried to copy him. There was other guys. Murray McEachern was a beautiful ballad player in the old days. Joe Howard, Lloyd Oye, all these guys that could just do anything, and they were all top-notch high ballad players. But Dick Nash, I just tried to copy him, and I got it down. So eventually, I got a decent approach, and I felt that it took a while for me to get it. But it's mainly being relaxed and having relaxed wrist and fingers, and like what's a tune I could play? How about like I'll Be Singing? It's kind of a tough one to get through here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a more, and the way I thought of it was like, it's more singing than you sing it out, belt it out. Don't be shy don't be timid, don't play too soft, because that's the sound of the trombone is so beautiful. Why not let it be heard?
Now the slide vibrato in a section.
That's a good. Yeah, it's more of just a feel. I think I would try to match the first trombone player if, like, in an older. It depends on the time frame. If you're playing older swing music, dance music, whatever, with Les Brown's band, that's what we did. And so I felt we needed to get a more dated thing, sometimes just the first trombone player embellishes with vibrato and the other guys play it straight. That can also work too. There's a number of ways to do it, and I think it's just up to the first trombone player to specify what he wants, I think. So, but most of the time it's on a solo. But yeah, because solis are few and far between for the dated trombone sound like that,
And what about falls in like a big band setting? I'm curious about when you would do a slide fall versus a lip fall.
Yeah, I think it's more the range you're in.
Mm-hmm.
I was over jumping something yesterday, and I noticed that for the first trombone falls were up in like an F. So I was doing lip falls with those. Now I was playing really loud. It was a swing blasto thing, but I won't play that loud. So I was doing that with the first trombone part, but then the other parts were a lot lower. So like maybe the second trombone part was a B flat. So I just you can add a little bit of the lip fall to it, but the lower you go, the more slide you should use. In general, and I'm just used to listening to the trumpets and trying to match the lead trumpet player, everything that he does, and just try to match him, and the quickness of his fall, the range of his fall, and the length of his fall. So him or her, I should say.
Great.
But yeah, Wayne's so good at doing this fall. Wayne Bergeron, he's just like, because he takes it seriously. He's not going to blow off the fall. It's going to be. Wow! If they want a long fall, wow! And it puts all his fouls down. It'll be gnarly all the way down. So you got to match that. Don't hang over, or him or who else will get mad at you. Don't go past it, because I've seen him lose it with a couple of sax players that were goofing off, and he'll play a fall, wow, and then the sax player go, he'll keep on trailing down.
With the lead player.
No, he's gonna bite your head off. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, Wayne's the best.
And what about a situation where you don't have much time to warm up and you just have to get a quick warm up in? What would you do to get prepared?
Yeah, that's a good question. Very good question, because as those times happen, a lot of times you can get stuck in traffic here, especially in Los Angeles. Oh my gosh. But I have a mouthpiece in my car, so I always try to do some mouthpiece stuff in the car. I do my regular routine mouthpiece in the car as I'm warming up. And I know certain guys, Bob Sanders has this thing where he matches a pitch and stuff. He has this whole routine that's recorded that he plays along with in his car. But anyway, I play my few mouthpiece things in the car, try to loosen up as much as possible. If I only have a couple minutes, I do flexibility stuff. I try to get through the range of the horn with flexibility things. And there was a trombone player named Lou McCreary. Do you know this name?
I've heard the
Yeah,
name.
phenomenal trombone player. Phenomenal. I mean, lead trombone player and bass trombone player. And this guy was as good as anybody on both instruments. And I first heard him, he subbed on lead trombone with Les Brown's band. And I couldn't believe it. He's playing these high ballads. I'm going, man, this guy is just phenomenal. Wow, he's incredible. Nice guy, really, really supportive of the younger players too. And then I heard him play bass trombone, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is not human. So anyway, he had this exercise, and I can't do it nearly as fast as he can, but it was a flexibility exercise. I heard him warm up, and he would, I'll sing it how fast he did it after I play it, but it was this. But he would play it this fast. He would go, and it would be literally like that. And I'm like, what is that? And he would go through all 7 slide positions. But so that's what I do. I do that exercise. I feel if you're playing an exercise like that, you're getting your center. You're centering everything quicker than you would if you're doing long tones or something like that. You only have so much time to play long tones. So
that would be what you go to first then.
That's
after
what I
the
go to
mouthpiece.
first. After the mouthpiece in my car, I'd sit down, do that, put my practice meter in, just do that, and then I'd extend it. I put the extender on this one myself. Reggie Young and I came up with this idea when we were working together.
Reggie.
Yeah.
Great player.
Yeah, he's got a good flexibility too.
Jeez,
man.
yeah.
And so he goes, yeah, let's do this. Let's extend it. I said, yeah, I was just thinking about that. Let's do that. So we'd go to B flat. I didn't perform that well, but. And so you're covering 2 octaves of range there, and so you're pretty much getting most of the register of the trombone, and you're getting some flexibility stuff done, and just try to hit a little bit of tonguing, and then you're off and running. You can do that in 2 minutes.
Those flexibility ones, are you tonguing the very first note, and then that's the only one you tongue?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And you try not to shift at all, just kind of
try to keep the same embouchure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the key, to keep the same embouchure, keep the flexibility. So then that's why it centers you a little bit. If you keep the same embouchure, it centers your chops into your aperture becoming closer together, and you're not spreading your chops by doing flexibility. You're doing this instead of spreading. But if you play loud and blasty, then you're spreading your chops right away, and you never want to do that, especially first thing in the day. You want to play soft, and you want to play, if you don't have to warm up fast, play some flexibility, things like that. But if I have 20 minutes, I'll do a completely different warm-up than if I have 5 minutes or 3 minutes or something.
Thank you so much, Andy. I'm a big fan of him, and I suggest you be as well. If you like the trombone, what are you waiting for? You're checking out all of the Andy Martin recordings your hands can get on. Yeah, that's right. So, this is Bone Masters, one of the places where dreams come true. You got Bone Masters, you got my Facebook page, that's another place. This is the YouTube channel. Dreams come true here. See, I like to do this. When I do this, it feels like I'm like living in a real world. I'm not just like trapped in some kind of a place where you can't see what's going on. So when I look here, that's looking you in the eye. I don't want to ramble too long, so I'm just going to make this real short and simple. I did not forget about you, patrons. Patreon.com/Paul the Trombonist to become a member. Thank you so much. Their support just means the world to all of us because they're probably one of the greatest people in the history of human civilization. You can become a member too because your name's going to be flying on by down the credits like that. You see them? Those are real names of real people, and you can be on there too. Your name can be on there too. Okay? The new scheduling app is now integrated on my website, my personal website, to schedule the online lessons with me. Many of you have been signing up. It's been so fun. Last week we booked the schedule completely. This week we got some openings. There's always openings. My schedule is synced to it. So it's real simple. I made it simple, and I'm going to give you a promotional code just for you. So everyone here can get 25% off their very first lesson with me, their very first online lesson with me. So you ready for the code? It's music for you. Okay? So the music for you, you get 25% off on your first lesson with me, and it's just paulthetrombonist.com/lessons is the correct URL. Or if you just don't want to deal with that little last part, it's paulthetrombonist.com, and you click the lesson tab. Okay, you click the lesson tab. So there's testimonials there if you're hesitant about the online lessons and how it works, so you can hear from the people that have actually done it, which is great. So really excited about all this stuff rolling out, and if there's any questions whatsoever, I don't know what to tell you. You can leave them in the comments, or you can tweet them. I got a Twitter. Oh, people are getting off work. I see them driving around. It's a beautiful day. I really appreciate it. If you find some value in the comments, what? That doesn't make any sense. Now I'm just rambling on weird things. If you find some value in the content that I put up here, don't hesitate to hit a little like. That helps push these videos into the YouTube algorithm of fun or the Facebook, depending on what platform you're watching this on. It just does something and pushes these videos out there so we can help promote the trombone, because I love the trombone, you love trombone, we all love the trombone. Okay, that's why we're here. Now, my debut album, Journey Through the World, is out as well. If you have not heard it, that's available on my website too. paulthetrombonist.com. Everything's there. I make it real simple for you. Go paulthetrombonist.com so you don't have to go fishing around everywhere like a crazy jack-o'-lantern. So, any questions? This lighting's pretty good too. Wow, I should have done the whole thing like this. Is some serious lighting. Now you're talking about some real high-end lighting. Okay? Alright, take care. Bye.